So my parents very rarely left me alone when I was like a teenager. I don't think they trusted me, and I'm really not sure why they didn't trust me. One time, they literally went down for a walk, a 10-minute walk, and when they came back, the house was empty. There was no locks on the door, and music was just blasting from the roof. And because I had decided that as soon as my parents were out the house, because it was so rarely happened that both of them were out at the same time, um, that I would just invite a load of friends over and we would blast some music out, and then we went down to the beach and we left the house open. So they didn't trust me, right? They didn't trust me. So when they left on holiday for the first time in ages, uh, I had to stay at my grandmother's place. They didn't want me in the house on my own. So I was like, when they first left, I was like, oh, fuck. I I think I could have an absolute banter house party right now. I must have been about 13. I was like, I reckon I could get all my friends over. We could just go fucking mental. If only I could find a way into my house. Houses aren't impenetrable. I should be able to find a way. I know it inside and out. I know every portion of it. It should be easy. So I was like trying to look through the letterbox and like seeing if I could break in. And so I decided that I remembered that I'd left the loft windows open. So we have like a renovated loft, and so the roof is here, and there's some windows, that are up top. And one of them was left open. So I was like, if I can just get on the roof, I'll be able to get in through the window, and that's my entry plan. I'll do it like this. So I'm gonna try and actually draw how my house was. Let me see if I can epic pen my own face here. This is actually gonna be insane if I manage to do this. All right, so just bear with me for a moment here. I'm gonna draw a fucking. Oh no, that's not gonna work actually. All right, here we go then. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna draw on here what my house looks like. So house, roof. Actually, that's not technically correct. Let me undo that. I do. House is like this, but it's more like this, and then it goes down like that. So that's more like it was. The peak is up top here, and the windows are on the back of the house. So window is over there. That's my entry point. That's my entry point. And there's a garage that connects to it on here. There's this awesome fucking garage that's on this side. And there's windows and shit around here. Here's the front door for you and everything. And this garage, I thought that's my fucking entry. All right, that's how I get in. I need to get up to this roof. So the first thing I did was I broke into the garage. The garage at the back had like a little shitty door. I'm gonna do it in yellow because it was shitty. It was a shitty door. And so I decided that if I charged into it fast enough, I would just be able to knock it down with my shoulder. Now, I don't know if you've ever tried to knock down a door of your parents' house just because you decided to want a house party when you were fucking 13 or 14 or something. I don't know why I thought this was a reasonable thing to do, completely break a door off its hinges just so that I could be able to. Because then how am I supposed to secure the garage? I don't know. I was an irresponsible child. I don't have any answers for you. I was just a fucking terrible, disgraceful human being. So I just smacked into this door, and it did. It just burst open. So it didn't burst off its hinges, but the little lock here, like the lock that holds it to the door, cracked. And so the lock broke, and I was able to get in. So I got a ladder. So next step, I now have a ladder. This is like a video game. I had a ladder to work with. It was actually a step ladder, so it was kind of extendable. And my plan was ladder goes on the top of the roof here, and I'll be able to get to it. Right? That's my overall plan. The problem was it was a short fucking ladder. It was a pretty short ladder, I'm not gonna lie. It only reached maybe halfway up. So I'm already fairly high. I've managed to climb onto the garage by like leaping on a load of guttering and stuff, so I'm up on the garage roof, which is already maybe 10 feet off the floor. So I'm already a little 13-year-old kid. I'm going to draw myself in blue. I'm already a little 13-year-old kid, maybe 10 feet off the floor. And then I've got a ladder that'll maybe get me, I don't know, almost there, but I can't quite reach it. My feet are still really far away. It's a struggle to get on there. So I'm like, okay, Here's the second part of the plan. There were some bricks that were left over that were just on the side. So I thought if I take these bricks here and I fucking pop them. Oops, hello. Hello. We're killing the drawing. If I take these bricks and I pop the bricks underneath. So we have the ladder. If you pop bricks underneath each one, you can create like a little Jenga tower that will then make the ladder incredibly unstable, but it will actually reach the roof. So I had a friend with me who was throwing these bricks up at me on the roof, just fucking lobbing bricks at me. I had to catch a brick and try and prop it up. So I had maybe a meter of bricks that are super unstable because there's nothing connecting them all. They're all wobbly and shit, but a meter of bricks on either side, and then I lifted the ladder on top of it. So by doing that, I managed to lift the ladder on top, and it just about reached the top. Now, at this point, some of my neighbors were walking past and asking me what the fuck I was doing. And I just kind of laughed at them because you're in that dumb teenage year where you think that you're just invincible and nothing that anybody can do will ever hurt you. I was like, yeah, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. So there's like passers-by who are going on dog walks, just like there with their fucking dog. Oh, a dog now. That's a cat, but never mind. And for some reason, the guy's got a leash on its asshole. But listen, oh, you can't even see anyway. You can't see, but I've just drawn the fucking best cat you'll ever see in your life. That is a legit cat. Just for some reason, the leash is on its arsehole. I can't tell you why that would be the case, but that is vividly what I remember from this situation. Next gen Picasso, it's absolutely true. All right, so I managed to get this ladder up, and now I have a functional ladder that'll almost reach to the top, but I still have to kind of claw my way up. And so the obviously the roof is still fairly sloping, so it's not like there's an easy thing to grab onto. I've forgotten to illustrate something here. It was the chimney. We had a chimney that was on this side of the roof that was here. And the chimney became my best friend. I fucking leapt and grabbed around the chimney. The ladder kind of wobbled underneath me, and there was no fucking way I was getting back onto it. So at that point, I'm pot committed. I've leapt, and I'm now holding onto the fucking chimney of my parents' house. After they've only left for like a day, I've already fucked everything up. So I'm holding onto this chimney, barely touching the ladder, and have to just try and pull myself and just roll onto the fucking roof of my house. And at that point, when I'm on the roof of this fucking house, I'm just like a wet melon of a human being, just fucking splayed out on the roof. And I had to slowly crawl up and over the apex of the house onto the other side where the windows were, which was a fucking disaster of an idea to do. And I'm sure I nearly fell off. Now I'm going to give you an idea of what it looked like on the other side. So this is the back of my house. Is like a bathroom window. Is like my parents' window. And then here's the roof. So there's that place. There's the garage as well. So that's where I've climbed up. This fucking ladder is over here. You know, ladder is up here, propped up on bricks, so it was wobbling around all over the fucking place. I didn't get my mate to come and hold the ladder either because I'm fucking dumb, I guess. And then I'm on top. I'm on the top of it. So I've kind of sliding down the roof head first, because obviously if you're stood up on one side of the roof and you go over the other side of the roof, well, now you're fucking head first. It's the dumbest shit in the world. And we have these large windows, two large windows that were in the thing, but they open like this. They have the hinges at the top here, so they open like that. So the opening is on the bottom of the window, not the top. So I can't just nicely slide in. So the thing is here, and I'm a human being on the roof trying to go underneath the window and slide back in up to it. So I had to do some weird fucking. I'm 13. My neighbors are thinking I'm gonna die. My mum has no idea what's going on. and I had to slither my way into the window and just flopped inside. Oh, actually, no, I thought this is the thing. I thought the fucking window was open and it wasn't. The fucking window was not open by the time I got on my roof, and I had to get my mate to get a screwdriver out of the garage and throw a screwdriver up to me when I'm on the roof. So I'm sat there on the fucking roof, like miles up on the fucking top of a roof, and I've attempted to kind of slide my way over onto the other side of the thing, and I look at the window and I'm like, I swear this thing was left open. I swear I fucking left it open. I couldn't. I turned around and got back on the other side of the roof, and now I'm just perched, just sat nicely. Just sat lovely on the peak of the roof. I was like, "Mate, Lewis, throw me up a screwdriver." So he went into my garage and started throwing the screwdriver at me, and it hit my fucking house a couple of times. I don't think it went over, luckily, otherwise it would have landed in my fucking back garden. But he was throwing it, and it was like hitting the brickwork because he couldn't quite get it to me. And he eventually threw it so that I actually caught it on the roof, and I had to screwdriver open these fucking I had to screwdriver open the hinges so that it on the bottom, so that it would open up. It had like a locking mechanism on the bottom, and I had to unscrew the fucking locks to it and like a chain that it had on it, and take it out. And I had to like, and then just kind of flopped inside the door, inside the roof. A massive success. So if you ever want to break and enter into a house, this is how you do it. All you need is a screwdriver, a ladder, and some bricks. But that is genuinely, it might be the closest I've ever come to death. Because if I fucked up when I was holding onto the chimney, if the ladder fell when there was bricks underneath it, if I had tried to slide down the roof to go in the bottom of the window and just slid off the fucking edge, I would be dead in like 10 of these different scenarios. I don't know why I was so stupid as to think that I could do that, because I didn't even have a party afterwards anyway, because I was just so amazed that I'd even got in the house. We just forgot about it and started playing video games instead. I'm a fucking idiot of a child, and this is probably why my parents didn't trust me, but it's honestly an incredible situation. I almost don't believe that I even was that stupid, but I distinctly remember doing each step of it. So yeah, if you ever want to rob my parents' place, that's how you do it. There's a little bonus tip for you guys.